Welcome to this video from Safer Solutions. We are Ireland's best company for fire and water compliance. This video is a fire awareness training video put together by us for you. Have you ever wondered how a small spark can turn into a devastating fire? It's a sobering thought, but it underscores the importance of fire safety. Fire safety isn't just about knowing how to use a fire extinguisher, it's a comprehensive understanding of what causes fires, how they spread, and how we can prevent them from causing catastrophic damage. In the coming minutes, we'll explore the fire triangle, the three essential elements that fires need to exist. We'll also delve into the methods of extinguishing fires, the dangers of smoke, the significance of fire doors, and the lethal risk posed by carbon monoxide. We'll understand how fire spreads, the different classifications of fire, and the vital role that fire detection and alarm systems play. We'll also walk through evacuation procedures and discuss what to do in the event of a fire. And we will cover the use of fire extinguishers and fire blankets. A basic understanding of fire safety can be the key to preventing disastrous fires. Fire is not as simple as it may seem. It requires a delicate balance of three elements to exist. This delicate balance is often referred to as the fire triangle. Each side of this triangle represents one of the three elements necessary to sustain a fire: heat, fuel, and oxygen. Heat, the first element, is the ignition source. It could be a lit match, a spark, or an electrical short circuit. The second element, fuel, is the material that burns. It could be wood, paper, gasoline, or even certain metals. The final element, oxygen, is needed to sustain the combustion process. The air we breathe, which is about 21% oxygen, provides plenty of this element. To extinguish a fire, you need to remove one side of the fire triangle, thus breaking the delicate balance. There are three main methods to do this. First, you can starve the fire of oxygen. This could be achieved by smothering the fire with a blanket or by closing all doors and windows in the room where the fire is present. The second method is to remove the fuel. This involves moving flammable materials away from the fire or cutting off the fuel source, such as turning off the gas or electricity. The third method is to cool the fire. This is done by reducing the heat of the fire below its ignition temperature. Water is commonly used for this purpose as it absorbs heat and cools the fire. Fire extinguishers also work on this principle, using special chemicals to cool the fire and sometimes to create a barrier between the fuel and the oxygen. Each of these methods relies on a basic understanding of the fire triangle. Knowing how these three elements interact to create fire and how removing any one of them can extinguish it is key to effective fire control. Understanding these basic principles can help you effectively combat a fire. Fire safety is not just about flames. Other factors like smoke and carbon monoxide can be just as deadly. Let's begin with the dangers of smoke. Imagine a thick, choking cloud that obscures your vision and makes every breath a struggle. Smoke is not just air that's become dirty, it's a cocktail of gases and fine particles produced when wood and other organic materials burn. The biggest health threat from smoke comes from fine particles. These microscopic particles can get into your eyes and respiratory system, causing health problems such as burning eyes, runny nose, and illnesses like bronchitis. Furthermore, smoke can make it difficult to see and breathe, disorienting you when every second counts. Next, let's talk about the importance of fire doors. Fire doors are not just ordinary doors, they're engineered with a purpose: to slow the spread of fire and smoke. They create a barrier that stalls the advance of a fire, buying precious time for the occupants of a building to escape. They should always be kept closed, even when not in use. A fire door left open is as good as no door at all, as it allows the fire and smoke to spread rapidly. Finally, we come to carbon monoxide, a silent killer that shows no mercy. It's a colorless, odorless gas that can kill before you're even aware it's there. It's produced when fuels like wood, gas, charcoal, or propane are burned. Without adequate ventilation, carbon monoxide can build up to deadly levels. The symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning can be subtle, but the effects are deadly. Headache, dizziness, weakness, upset stomach, vomiting, chest pain, and confusion are all signs to look out for. Remember, fire safety is not just about extinguishing flames, it's about understanding and mitigating the dangers that come with it: the smoke, the unchecked spread of fire through an open door, and the silent threat of carbon monoxide. Preventing these dangers is an essential part of fire safety. Not all fires are the same. Knowing how fire spreads and what type of fire you're dealing with is crucial. Fire, like any other force of nature, has its own set of rules. One of these rules is how it spreads. Picture a campfire. The heat from the fire isn't just contained within the flames, it extends outwards, affecting the surrounding area. This is the principle of conduction at work. Heat travels through solid materials and can ignite nearby objects. A metal rod heated at one end will eventually become hot at the other end. That's conduction. Now, imagine a hot air balloon. The heat from the fire causes the air to rise, taking the balloon with it. This is convection. Heat from a fire can also rise, igniting objects above it. If you've ever felt the heat from a ceiling during a house fire, you've experienced convection. Lastly, think of the warmth you feel on your face when you sit in front of a fireplace. Even though you're not touching the flames, you can still feel the heat. This is due to radiation. Heat from the fire can travel through the air and ignite objects in its path. Fire is not a one-size-fits-all phenomenon. The type of fire largely depends on the fuel that's burning. Class A fires burn ordinary combustibles like wood, paper, and cloth. Class B fires involve flammable liquids such as gasoline, oil, and grease. Class C fires are the result of flammable gases like propane and natural gas catching fire. Class D fires involve metals such as magnesium and lithium. And finally, Class E fires involve electrical equipment. Each class of fire behaves differently and requires a specific method of extinguishing. For instance, using water on a Class E fire could lead to electrocution, while using it on a Class B fire could cause the fire to spread. Understanding how a fire spreads and what fuels it can help you choose the right method of extinguishing it. Each type of fire presents its own set of challenges and dangers, but with the right knowledge, you can be better prepared to face them. Catching a fire early can make all the difference. That's where fire detection and alarm systems come in. These systems are real lifesavers, designed to alert you at the first sign of trouble. There are two main types of fire detection and alarm systems. Let's start with manual systems. In these setups, it's up to you or someone else to sound the alarm. You might see a red box on the wall with a glass you have to break or a button to press. Then there's the automatic fire detection systems. These are the silent guardians, always vigilant. They work using detectors that sense smoke or heat. When these detectors sense danger, they trigger the alarm, alerting everyone in the building. So whether it's a manual pull station or an automatic heat detector, these systems serve a crucial role in fire safety. A reliable alarm system can give you the precious time you need to escape a fire. When a fire occurs, knowing what to do and where to go can save lives. It's crucial to have evacuation procedures in place. These are plans that detail how to safely exit a building when a fire breaks out. Regular drills are key, ensuring everyone knows what to do in an emergency. So what should you do if you encounter a fire? First, activate the fire alarm, if one is available. This alerts everyone in the building to the danger. Next, evacuate the building immediately, staying low to the ground to avoid smoke inhalation. Smoke rises, so the air is clearer closer to the floor. If you're unable to evacuate, find a safe place to shelter, such as a room with a closed door. Once you're in a safe location, call the fire service. Remember, the most important thing in a fire is to get everyone out safely. Sometimes a fire can be stopped before it spreads. That's where fire extinguishers and fire blankets come in. Fire extinguishers are devices filled with water, foam, powder, or carbon dioxide, each designed to combat different types of fires. To operate one, remember the acronym PASS. Pull the pin, aim at the base of the fire, squeeze the lever, and sweep from side to side. On the other hand, fire blankets are made of fire-resistant material and are perfect for smothering small fires, especially in the kitchen. To use one, simply pull it out of its container, fully open it, and gently place it over the flames. Remember, fire extinguishers are for fires that are just starting, while fire blankets are great for smaller, contained fires. Always call the fire department regardless of the size of the fire. Proper use of fire extinguishers and fire blankets can prevent a small fire from becoming a major disaster. If you need any help, just visit our website on www.safersolutions.ie or email info@safersolutions.ie. We are an Irish-based business trying to keep everyone safe.